Hey everybody, it's been a minute since I've been on here. I know the last time I talked, we were talking about Rosemary. She passed away in July, and you know, this was going to be my show just about how I cook for 5 adults, 3 of them being mentally challenged. She's passed away now, and I kind of went through some depression, I guess, and I haven't cooked a lot. I've been ordering out and just been making fast food stuff here at home, hot dogs, hamburgers, nothing really big. But now Danny has a cold. He has a big man cold, and he's so sick, and he keeps writing me a note that says, Danny want chili. Danny want chili. Now, he doesn't speak, but this morning I woke up and there's a can of Wolf brand chili sitting on my countertop. He's been digging through the cabinets and found chili, and I think it's getting pretty serious for him. So I'm gonna make some homemade chili, and we'll just see how that goes and see if y'all like my recipe or not. I'm gonna get to it. I'm gonna start out browning 1 pound of hamburger meat. So here's my pound of hamburger meat, browned and strained, got most of the grease out of there. To this, I'm going to add 1 can of, I don't know if you can see this, mild diced tomatoes with green chilies. That's Rotel. I'm going to add half of a chopped up onion, 2 tablespoons of garlic, 1 strained can of pinto beans. You can leave that out if you don't want beans. I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of diced jalapeno peppers. I like a few peppers, and then I add a teaspoon of the juice out of it. I'm going to add my garlic powder, and my onion powder, as much as you want. We like a lot. My main ingredient in chili has always been Gebhardt's chili powder. I like this brand. My daddy used it, and I use it. There's a heaping teaspoon. There's 2 heaping teaspoons. I'm going to put 3 heaping teaspoons to start with. I'm going to add a little bit of black pepper, and I'm going to add a little bit of salt. I'm going to add 1 cup of water. Let's see how much that looks like. I need to add another cup of water. A lot of this is eyeballing, because this water, we're going to cook it for a long time, let it simmer, and it's going to cook down. Some people like to add a lot more tomatoes than I do. My daddy used to add a can of tomato sauce, and that was before he started having so much heartburn he couldn't take so much tomatoes. And that's what's become at our house too. We don't eat that much tomatoes anymore, so I just change it up. And it's the same way with the chili powder. If your belly can't stand it, if you have heartburn or reflux, make it as mild as you want to, and it'll turn out just great anyway. So this chili's simmering away. It's looking really good. Might have to go in there and scoop off a little more of the oil that's gathering up on top. We'll see. And it'll thicken up. It's smelling really good in here. You know, when I was a kid, my dad always cooked our chili for us. I guess he always enjoyed cooking, and that was one of his favorite dishes to make.
Yeah, I see.
And he would fry up corn tortillas, and then smash them up in a bowl and put the chili on there and some cheese and lettuce and tomato. And that was the way we ate it. That was in West Texas. I don't know how everybody else eats their chili, but I still like to eat mine similar to that way. I just buy me some Fritos, and it's more like a Frito pie. And if I have the energy, I'll cut up the lettuce and tomatoes and put on top and pretend it's a little bit healthier. And always good memories when I make a pot of chili. When Dan, before we were together, he was my boss, and he was real down in his back one time, and he wasn't at work, and I had heard about him having injured his back. And Jason was just a little 7-year-old boy, and we made him a pot of chili and took it over to him. And that was a good memory for me. Just always had chili. I can remember making it for the singles class at church, and Jason has gone on. He always makes the chili at their house, I think, but he adds a lot more different kinds of meat and stuff to his. He's a real good cook. But chili has always been a favorite of ours. And I also wanted to mention too that earlier in this I was talking about being depressed. It's okay to talk about it. It helps to talk. I had been pretty down, both missing Rosemary and just being exhausted from taking care of Rosemary. And after the memorial and everything had settled down, then Dan and I were both exhausted, and we missed 2 or 3 Sundays at church. And church has always been a wonderful experience for me. And yesterday we were able to go back to church and had our good friend Shakia watch Danny and Vanessa for us while we went. And it's just so heartwarming to be around people who love you and encourage you. And I just want to say that getting depressed happens to everybody, I would imagine. And I like to think that I'm a happy, positive person all the time, but I'm not. And, I take medication to make me happier because I do suffer from depression. And I have to be aware that I can't just sit and not involve myself in the community, because it makes me more depressed, and I don't want to do that. It's not what God has intended for me. And I just want to encourage all of you that if you suffer from depression, for things that are going on, or you're just tired, or you're just sad, it's okay. It's okay to be those things. Rest, find out what helps you, and get up, get out, and go do it. And I love you all, and take care. This is Dan's plate. This is my plate. I like the Fritos, and we like it kind of soupy. We like to soak up those Fritos and chips in the juices of it. Danny and Vanessa, I'll wait a little bit and let it cool off for them, because they don't know how to blow on their food. They don't know how to wait for it to cool off. So we have to kind of prepare them a little bit differently. Is it good stuff, Vanessa? Yum, yum. She likes her chili. Maybe that'll make her feel better. She's sick too. I think they're tossing a coal back and forth amongst themselves. Now, that looks like some good food. Hey, Vanessa. Hi. Is it good stuff? Good stuff. You want a Coke? Okay. Well, then I'll go get you a Coke.